The rain hit the windshield like tiny needles as Mike pulled his cab up to the curb. His shift had dragged on forever, and he was about to call it a night when he saw her. A woman in an old-fashioned black dress, soaked to the bone, standing perfectly still under a flickering street lamp. Her face was pale as paper, her hair slicked down her cheeks. Without a word, she slipped into the back seat. "Where to?" Mike asked, glancing at her through the rearview mirror. She whispered an address he'd never heard before, in a part of the city people avoided after dark. The name rolled off her tongue with an accent Mike couldn't place, old and heavy like stone sinking in water. As he pulled away from the curb, he noticed something odd. The woman had no reflection in the mirror. At first, he told himself it was the rain, the dim light, a trick of exhaustion. He wiped at the mirror nervously, but the glass showed only the empty seat behind him. "Long night?" he tried to joke. The woman smiled slowly, her lips curling back to reveal teeth that seemed just a little too sharp. "I only travel at night," she murmured. Her voice was melodic, almost sedative. Mike found himself gripping the steering wheel tightly, his heart pounding heavily. The streets grew narrower, older. Streetlights became few and far between. The GPS blinked and went dark. Mike's phone battery, full just minutes ago, drained in an instant. Static filled the radio even though it was turned off. "You're close," she said, voice dripping like syrup. The city seemed to dissolve around them, swallowed by mist. Mike looked around. No people, no cars. No sound but the tires hissing on wet pavement. In the mirror, just for a split second, he saw it. Her face. Not human anymore. Eyes black as bottomless wells, mouth stretching far too wide, fangs gleaming in the darkness. He slammed on the brakes. The car skid, tires screeching. The woman didn't move, didn't react at all. She simply leaned forward, close enough for him to feel the unnatural cold radiating from her body. "You looked so lonely," she whispered, her breath like winter on his ear. "Let me take you where you belong." Mike fumbled with the door handle, but it wouldn't open. The locks had melted into the doors, like the car itself was warping around them. The woman's hands, unnaturally long and pale, slithered over the back of his seat. Her nails, black and curved, pierced the fabric like knives. Mike turned to scream, and the world flipped upside down. The last thing he saw before everything went black was her face, so close he could see veins, spider webbing under her skin, her mouth unhinging wider, wider, impossibly wide, until it could have swallowed his whole head. And then he was gone. The next morning, Mike's cab was found idling in the middle of an abandoned street, the engine still running, windshield wipers still slapping at invisible rain. The driver's seat was empty. Only a small pool of blood remained, soaking into the cracked leather. And in the back seat, scrawled on the window from inside the car, was a single word: hungry.